Okay, hey Reaperist, it's Neo here. I watched a little bit of your VOD, and I have some stuff that I think can help you. So let's get through this thing. Let's go. I don't mind this because we're pretty sure they don't have a Widow. This is such a minor thing, but I'm gonna say it now. I really want you to make sure we have like somewhere we can hide or go away from if this goes poorly. So this isn't too bad. I kind of want us to be here so we can keep peeking this angle and go here if things go south, but where you're playing you can fall backwards and it's not the worst thing. The bad thing is though that you kind of used your cooldown to get up here, and so you won't have it to get up there again. So if you're playing around right here, the thing is we use our cooldown and then we'll have the high ground and then we can keep peppering from this angle kind of thing. But like I said, it's such a minor thing and it's not bad if you just have to fall down. Be careful of just creeping too far forward. And here, I would just stop peeking. Yeah. Especially when she gets, like... This range isn't great for either of you, and neither of you being damage boosted, so it's not too bad when you take a few shots. But as soon as we hit right here, I think this is enough for us to bail. And to just drop and get healed. And that's also why I'm like, if you're playing anywhere other than the edge, we can't fall and get healed. Or if we're playing, like, over here, we can just wait for our own stuff, and maybe she has to commit a cooldown to it, or somebody else has to commit a cooldown to solidify that kill, versus her just getting the value off of her gun. It'd be another thing if you're getting healed or damage boosted, but you're not. This is fine. I like that we heard the Orisa and we bailed. Here, I don't even mind, I would just start committing, like, left clicks into her. Here. Just, like, regular hip fire. And then as she's leaving, we can commit the dynamite. Yeah, just similar to that. I don't mind this angle, too. I wish the Mercy would stay with us. Nice kill. Here, I wouldn't be afraid of doing one shot and then committing your dynamite now that we got it back here to this Baptiste. Because supports, if you can get their supports on fire, that's always extra good for you, because with the DPS passive of them having, taking less healing, the fire will kind of achieve two things. Of one, they can't activate their passive, and two, you are activating yours onto them. So the more you can get your dynamite, your damage over time onto a support, even better. That's great. I have like a weird... Okay, no, my mic's fine. Okay, cool. Here, yeah. Beware of peeking while reloading. You can, it's fine to reload, but as soon as, like, we hit, like, here, I would just start firing again if we could. Scoped fire. This is... I noticed that you do this quite a bit. I'd rather you, so, like, scope in here, and then we can try and either get scope shots onto the Ana, or we'll be already scoped for the BAP. So with all snipers, we're vulnerable during the scope in animation because that's damage we can't do. When we're against other snipers, it's kind of a mixed trade, because then we're not peeking while we're vulnerable, but then if you're slow peeking, then it's kind of an easy kill, like, afterwards. But against, like, this BAP and this Ana, I wouldn't be afraid to scope first and then go for it, and then that way we can get the higher damage scope shots versus going for some hip fire here. And then having to scope in. I want you to try and flip that order. I want you to scope and then hip fire if we need to. I like staying in this high ground. Yeah, here, that was really good with the scope shots. And I love that we're, like, using this sign also as cover against this. I wouldn't be afraid to throw a dynamite here. If we can land it, like, right about where my cursor is, that would be massive, and then we can have it explode onto these three people. I really do. I find with what I've been watching you, I want you to throw dynamites more. And you'll get more practice with this as well, because we do eventually throw one and it lands a little short. So just think, like, I always think about yanking my crosshair up and then sending it over. Yeah, good try. And even if we miss it, if you land it in that area, that will still zone the people. We don't necessarily have to make it go off. It would have been big, but it's fine. Here we want to make sure, again, we have a place we can hide from this kind of damage. So where we're positioned right here, it's fine when we're going against this lane because we can use this sign for cover. But now that we see people coming out the other door, we're very, very exposed. We're gonna have to commit a cooldown in order to get away from not being shot. So like once we see them there, we kind of have a few options about maybe if you want to, you can play here. And that way we can be back into here, and then if things gets too dicey still, we could coach gun back over this way and then be over here. Or we could try and play all the way over here against this angle, but then you're kind of getting shot from two angles, so it's not good. I would just suggest going into this room for now as soon as they come out, and then we can maybe peek this bastion. We could try and get the same value shooting down that lane, something along those lines. It just sucks that the Orisa's coming up, because anything close range against Orisa is going to be bad. That's fine. I like this. I don't even mind playing here. I prefer high ground all the time, every time. But this is also fine. Good kill. We hear the Ashe. Yep. Yeah, that's what I mean by scope shots versus here. Even scoping in here while she's using her stuff. I'm happy we get the kill, but don't be afraid to use your in-transit times to scope. Even here, in transit time, scope. I don't mind this dynamite, though. This is big. I don't love committing the coach gun here. I think I know what you're trying to do. And you just kind of mess it up. You needed to look at the other direction. But I'm really surprised we don't get caught out here. Honestly, the Orisa Javelin kind of saved us. And then here, scope before we go into this. That's big, too. Okay, I'd get healed up, and then we want to take either top on this side or top on the other side. I'd prefer us taking top on the left side, and then eventually getting the tippy top. The sooner the better. We know the Ashe is there, we heard her, so we could throw a dynamite over at that Ashe. Get that AoE damage going. Yeah. And here, I wouldn't mind us starting to take the tippy top. Because the sooner we use it and the sooner we get up onto this high ground, we can start having the coach for it on the off chance we can get countered by anyone on their team at that high ground. The only one who can really, really pressure us onto that high ground is their BAP. So if we have coach, we can just coach him back down. But I don't think anyone will be able to contest us very well from that high ground. So I would just go and take it. Nice. Nice. I'm glad we take this. But yeah, like I said, I'd rather us take it even a fight sooner. So that way if anything happens, we have our coach cooldown for here. So this is such a slight thing. Don't shoot this dynamite. Just let it keep burning, because now suddenly you are zoning off this area from anyone who wants to contest. We can just keep scoped in on it if you want, and then if anyone crosses it, we can fire it, but they're less likely to push because you have that dynamite there. That's a really good spot. Just leave it burning. It really is a good zoning cooldown. Yeah, and even here, don't be afraid to do this all scoped. Or just like hard scope here, and then that way we get these shots scoped. And it's really, really easy to hit headshots on Orisa, so we would have scared her a lot sooner there. We could go for flank if we wanted here. Go this way, see if we can land a spicy dynamite. Try not to coach it, we probably will have to, but we could see what's in this room, maybe throw a dynamite like right here-ish. And then back out, especially if our BAP is going to go with us. If our BAP's not going to go with us, then I think we should start like rotating to another position. Like maybe where our Cass is, maybe we can see if we can take control of this high. Like I said, I don't mind us going to take some control of this room since there's a lot of them here. But if we don't have somebody else coming with us, then it's kind of a death sentence. Just being a little bit more proactive with the positioning here. Take top left. Top right is okay. I much prefer top left. The reason why I prefer top left over top right here is because with here, you can only see the Orisa. That's the only person we can shoot. If you're over here, We have a much better sight line of, we could see the Ana, we could see the Ashe, soon we'll see the Soldier, kind of where your cast is now, we can see the Soldier, the Ana. And then it's a better chance for us to rotate to the next high ground as well on this left side. So if we're over on this side, we can get all these shots. If we win the fight that's right here, then we can go over here and take this high ground. And that's also a very strong one for the exact same sight lines. Just here, the sight line's just a little weak. Good. I'd bob here. Yeah, especially if you bob right here. Even throwing it at this Nano Orisa, it's kind of iffy, but if you throw it here, you can guarantee your bob lands against this Orisa and starts shooting through this window, and it'll be pretty big. Here, just stay scoped. Remember, your scope shots do more damage. And so getting this, and you'll be more accurate against this Orisa, so just scope damage against this Orisa. Just stay scoped in. One thing to also note is Ashe is the only hero with a scope who can jump while scoped. Okay, so if we kind of keep that in mind, that is something we can do. We can jump while scoped and other people can't. Almost. That'll come with practice. I really want to stay in this top left. And we also need to ult. We've had this ult for a really, really long time. So even here, an entry ult wouldn't be bad. I don't love entry bob, but it's something. Good, we have an entry pick here. I really want us just pushing this hard top left. Yeah, we need to take this top left very, very desperately. Nice. Big, I like that we're aiming for the right target. It's a good try. Did we get rezzed? Oh, we did. Okay. Well, let's go back fully. Okay, we have the audio key that's behind us. I wouldn't even be afraid to bob this, in all honesty. Yeah, that's fine. And then maybe coach up and then bob the other side. Bob, bob, bob. Bob, bob, bob. Bobby! Bobby boy! Scope. Okay, yeah, you have a lot of downtime here. So I don't mind this taking this downtime to if we took the left high ground. It took a long time for us to get the right one. And then even here, we can scope while we're going in here and try to get some shots on this BAP, and then we could bob. It took us so... There, Ana, remember when I said we should throw the bob at the Nano Orisa? I don't love that call that I made. It's not the worst. He would have taken probably about half damaged health right there, but with the window, I think it would be fine still having a 500 health bob. There, Ana has built another Nano by the time we have thrown this bob. So just to give you a gauge of the ultimates that we are missing, they built a whole nother Nano. In between the time we've used our ult. So ult more, especially if we're landing dynamites, we get ult charge so quickly with dynamite and the damage we're doing. Also value this top left high ground in general. Beautiful window. Our BAP also got another window. Take top left for sure, especially against this Junkrat. And we should look to definitely... I really love entry dynamites. You're just pushing their team into a very tough position here. So even if you're just shooting kind of blind one over here, it'd be pretty good. It has an AoE effect, so you don't need to see your teammates. Yeah, I know no one's on cart. That's not really your job. It's fine, it worked out. Okay, next. Even here, just scope. Scope in. This is fine. We can shoot this with scope. Keep scoping in. You don't know what's about to happen. I know it limits your field of view, but we have other sources telling us what's happened other than field of view. We don't have to see stuff to know what's going on. Like, we can hear the D.Va coming up on our right, which is slightly a problem. But if we're scoped, maybe we could land a headshot in this guy already. Maybe if people are poking or like just peeking you, if you just land a headshot on them, they're going to disengage. And that'll be big. We're losing a lot of uptime because we're not scoping. Here, take gas station. Yeah, definitely scope up to the gas station here. This is a bit scary because I don't know if we knew before this, but because they have D.Va, this position, we're just going to explode. We are going to explode. If we push ourselves to the gas station back here and we start playing this angle, I know we see their squishies less. We'll see them again soon. If you want to, you can be on top of this thing and then we can see them now. It's a little bit scary, but we can, if this is kind of one of those situations where if we coached up here, then we could see if we get it back here, and then if we get pushed, we can go back this way with Coach Gun. But the D.Va will just come at you. I don't think we're going to get healing unless this Mercy starts pocketing us, and we're just going to explode. She's going to use her cooldown and get away with it too. If we're on this high ground, she could go in. She's likely going to die for it. She's going to take a lot of damage if she pushes you and you're on this high ground. Yeah. This is very resable. Yeah, okay. Here the D.Va went in behind us. This can also be a big dynamite in their supports. I'd go for the dynamite in their supports and then disengage, in all honesty. So right here, I would just... We don't necessarily know they're here, but I would just peek for a second and maybe throw the dynamite right here and explode it pretty quickly. And then coach back to the gas station. Gas station is a really strong position for Ashe's range. Good, I like that dynamite. And then take gas station. We can either go on the stairs or we can coach up. Nice. Yeah, I want you playing and staying high ground. I don't mind this high ground as much, just be cautious. Now that they still have... Okay. I'd even throw a dynamite down there, in all honesty. Yeah, we're not respecting when we're taking damage. So the second we take this damage, we disengage. We stop scoping, we disengage. I would flat out coach if we can, backwards even. Or we should try be hugging this wall a little bit stronger so we could have just gone to the right. I would unscope this, yeah. Good coach. That's what I mean. When they have high mobility, that position is really scary. Try and be one high ground further back when they have high mobility heroes. When they had lower mobility, like the Orisa, the Ashe, the Cass, then we can play in those more aggressive positions. But now that they have this D.Va, even in a sense the Moira, less so the Torb, but if he rushes you, it can be scary. Dynamite this. Big. Nice. So we can even go to that other position again. We can go here if you want to. I just suggest walking there, and then we have Coach Gun if we need to disengage. And here, don't be afraid to scope. I'd dynamite her. Yeah. Nice. Good. I don't even mind that we're playing a bit more passive now. Kind of learned a lesson. Okay, this is fine. I like the unscoped here, actually. I'd even be tempted to just say do one scoped and then do all these unscoped. Even get to the sense of, like, quick scoping. It's not as... I can show you what I mean at the end here. Okay, let's actually go back. It's fine. Want to take this high ground again. Good. This is another time. We're losing time watching this angle and not being scoped in here. We know where they're going to come from. They can come from two angles. They can come from here. Or they can come from out from under here. If we're just going to watch one angle like this, just hard scope. Just hard scope and look for this. Also, I'd dynamite this. Dynamite their payload. And then a bulb. Yeah, even here, when you bob and then scope in, because if he lands on a person like he does here, this is a very good shot for you to hit. You could headshot her here and she'd die. She still died, but that's what I'm trying to get at. This is scary. You definitely get this though. Nice. I would dynamite in there. Yeah. This should be very winnable. Good. was watching this to make sure that you coached out of spawn. Even, it's so slight, but I want you to see it. We could scope right here. And then we could get that kill a lot easier. Also dynamite her. This is fine. We can wait for our passive to engage. Yeah, we're engaging this at half health. Yeah. So here, just wait a little bit longer. Wait for your passive to start kicking in. And then peek. Or get healing, one or the other. Nice. Okay. And you guys win this, right? That's the win. Okay. That's not... Let's check out your second VOD too. I don't always watch both. But we can like maybe skim this one to see. I think you play Cass on this one, is that correct? Oh, you're playing Ashe right now. We could go for an early dynamite here. You could just throw it and have it wait and chill right there. Again, is kind of a zoning thing. Also kind of, in this scenario, I don't love this high ground because what is our escape plan? What is our plan for if they show up on like D.Va, Lucio? I know they're not, but even this Pharah and this Tracer, how are we going to get out of this situation? That's why I don't necessarily love this high ground. It's one thing if we go for a few cheeky shots and then we drop and then we coach gun backwards, like maybe that's our plan. But other than that, if we get hard pushed, how are we getting out? Are we going to coach over the top? Or like we don't really have a place to hide to get healed. We have double pocket, so it's not like the worst thing, but that's what I think when I see somebody play at this angle. And not only that, we're really vulnerable to the Pharah in terms of splash damage here. You can dynamite in there even. Yeah, we need to bail quickly. Yeah. So the second we coach, we just need to turn and start, like, stop shooting, turn and run. In Overwatch, we move faster when you're traveling if you're looking and walking in the same direction and walking forward. So you travel faster walking forward than you do backwards. So that way you just turn tail, walk forward, get out of here. Using the coach was nice, but we definitely die here. Yeah. I don't think we get rezzed either. Coach. Turn around, coach. Yeah, turn around, coach gun. Get back faster. Even in here, we could engage scoped in. That's fine. I'd look for the dynamite, especially on the Mercy. Good, coach. Scope, scope, scope. It's pretty good practice if you haven't already to learn how to dynamite over a Rein shield. I don't know a good code for it, but that's something that we should be kind of aware of. Maybe get with maybe a friend in the practice room, or you could just use the tank bots in the training room. Let's look at that now, actually. What timestamp are we on? We're at 2:10. Okay. So, like, here... This could have been a short VOD. My VODs are, like, never short, dude. So when I'm talking about, like, quick scoping, it's kind of like that. Just do it once. And then we can, like, carry on with, like, those kind of shots. So here, this bot. So you can get dynamite over, and then we damage him immediately like that. So I would get good practice with that in terms of making sure you can fire your coach over a shield. Or, not your coach, your dynamite. So like that. Oops. Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, practice that. And then you'll get more used to it for a Rein shield. I mean, this is just really a mini Rein shield. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Rip. Let's try it one more time, and then I'm gonna stop wasting time in this video trying to do this for myself. I do play Ashe. Okay. I guess I don't play Ashe anymore. But yeah, practice that. Practice doing that better than I did. Okay, where are we? We're on... No, we were on Midtown. It's not as relevant when Rein isn't good, like right now. Rein, I don't think you'll come across that many Rein players, but who knows? Maybe soon. I wouldn't even be afraid of the dynamite in there. I do high ground, but yeah. Scope in before we peek this. Give it a bit more. Good coach. Almost. Good coach. I was afraid of that. This is a problem when you coach him directly, is we don't stop him, so we still needed to pick a direction. We should get rezzed. Yeah. Scope in. Oh, I'm gonna give this a little bit more, and then... Let's see when you ult. Just, yeah, we can aim for the headshots there. Even then, don't be afraid to shoot the Rein. Big. Stay scoped. We can definitely land another scope shot on her. I'm not a big fan of hipfire. If you don't have a support here, I don't love this high ground. Even if you do have a support against a Rein, this is scary. Okay, I don't mind that. Even here, try and land a dynamite here, or if you land a hipfire on the Mercy, Bob will start shooting at the Mercy versus whoever he's about to shoot at. They tranked. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, good try. Just keep firing. We don't need a full clip to kill this guy. Okay, there we go. Okay, do we salt? I don't want to keep telling you the same thing over and over again. Okay, here we go. Good, noticing. Big. Big. Now Kiri, she's free kill. I'd even roll to go and get her. Yeah, Kiri, especially if we know she TP'd. Did she TP and Suzu in? Yeah, we see her TP in. And then she Suzu's right there and misses. This is a free kill. Just roll into her and make sure we solidify it. We didn't really have the roll. Okay, no problem. This is fine. I'd even roll into her. Yeah, good. Good, good, good. Don't mind this. We could push up. That is fine. We're on point. Now it's a good time to push up. Nice. I like our awareness that we saw somebody was there and we didn't just immediately forget them. I want us to go with our Sigma here to go against this Torb. Just go with your Sigma. So, I can tell that we're more used to playing Ashe than playing Cass. Because Cass is... Ashe is like a mid-range queen. She's not super great at long range. It's still pretty long, so she's still pretty good, especially with the Mercy Pocket. But Ashe is a mid-range queen. Close range, meh. That's why we push them into Coach Gun, and then they're in mid-range again. Cass is more mid to close range. So this range that we'd be shooting at the Torbat, this is a bit too far for me. I want us to get closer. We're gonna play a lot closer range. We could fan the hammer this. Yeah, if you see a Maywall, especially if your tank is Maywalled off, just fan the hammer. That's okay. We can definitely fan the hammer against the tank too. Good. I'd hide from the bomb and then I would definitely go down. I just want you to play more bold. It's kind of scary against a D.Va, but especially when we have this window and we have both supports alive, don't be afraid to play a little bit closer or just play around the Sigma a little bit more. I would say like 2-3 steps behind the Sigma, especially if we have window. Nice pick. Yeah, I don't love this range. We did get a good pick there, but I feel like we actually had a lot of wasted potential. Nice. Just so you know, I think High Noon is a joke for an ultimate. I have actually used it multiple times in my life to reload. So I'm not too worried about this ult. There's definitely ways to do it. We could combo with Sigma ults is probably the best way to use it. Oh, we get her. We get her. Okay, that's fine. Nice. Very good. Nice. Roll. Do it again. Good. And I would just, yep. I was gonna say I would definitely throw this nade at this baby. Good. I love us being aggressive rolling in there. Go and take this high ground. Especially now that we know the Reaper's there. Maybe even get your supports to come with you. Now we know the Kiri's there too. Yeah, this is scary. Yeah, we kind of forgot about him. If you're willing to talk to your supports, tell them to go with you there. And if you're not, then it's fine. Roll, roll, roll. Make sure we're using our movement cooldowns out of spawn. Yeah. That's fine. The team just needs to regroup. Where we are peek, be careful of this though. I'm pretty sure you can be seen where you're standing. So this, yeah, don't, if you're waiting for your team, just be careful. Just wait like right here instead of where you are. Cause if somebody decides to get cheeky, like this, you could get shot. Even if like the Kyria decides to like 2 or 3 tap you, like if she's standing right here, or if somebody comes out here and just peeks here, they could easily get a pick on you right there. So when you're waiting, be careful about where you're waiting. Okay, good. It's unfortunate. I'd roll in High Noon. I wanted us to roll because that way, where I saw this was, I'm like, we don't have great LOS on this. If we had tried to maybe push to the left, we probably would have gotten picked by this Tracer, but that would have given us pretty good LOS on this. But since we don't, I'm like, just roll in and High Noon it and see what happens. Good pick though. I think we're gonna lose this fight. Yeah, I think the D.Va is the big threat here. And we did so much damage to her. I would just keep looking at her and maybe even melee in here. Just walk in and melee. And then if she drops DM, we can fan the hammer her again and she'll lose mech. But our supports died pretty early there, so that was a pretty lost fight. Okay, I'm gonna probably call this pretty soon because I feel like we stopped watching the Ashe part because I was just gonna keep telling you the same things. So I think you can work on really the 3 things on Ashe, and I think you'll climb pretty high, or like just climb at all. The scoping in thing, making sure we're just using scope shots even more. The other thing I would do is throw dynamite more and use your ultimate more. So those 3 things, and I think we'll be good on Ashe on Cass, I just want you to be a little bit more aggressive and maybe even more proactive in positioning. Like, our role is pretty good about mitigating damage, so if we're in a position like just a little bit more like cheeky than the rest of our team, so if our team is pushing main and we're over here, we could still roll, get this mini, and then come back and be with the team. But yeah, I just want us engaging a little bit closer with Cassidy than we are currently. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and feel free to get another one. Bye.